All right, so this is the class I do like to go ahead and start standing. So we'll find our mountain pose, take a moment to find our feet. Occasionally I start this class not standing, but pretty common. Just march back and forth into your feet a couple of times, just to bring your awareness to the feet. If you just did barefoot and you got that awesome barefoot massage before, man, your feet are loving you. And then as we start to kind of ground down and find some stillness in our feet, I invite you to lift your toes. So if you lift your toes up off the ground, you can kind of feel the other parts of your foot better. So feel across the ball of the foot and then feel back down into the heel, right? The ball of the foot's wider than the heel, so it's like an upside down triangle. But I want you to kind of feel the pressure points throughout that entire triangle. So my knees are soft, so I can really be into my feet. My toes are lifted. Spread the toes out. Feel the action that's happening in your calves right now. So if I lock my knees out, which I don't want to do, I actually take the work out of like the calf muscle. So knees are slightly soft. Spread the toes and lay them down. From there, I want you to imagine that you're going to hold on to the floor with dear life with your toes. So grip your toes into the floor and let that energy rise up through the calves. Knees are still slightly soft. Pelvic floor muscle comes in, navel comes in, shoulder blades round, down and back. And maybe close your eyes here for just a couple of breaths. Feel that connectedness to the earth. I invite you for the next, what is it, like 28 minutes now, if you can let go of the world and allow yourself to be present in the movement of your body, whatever your body allows you to do. We don't have to do everything I say. But can you let go of the rest of the world for 28 minutes? It's going to be a 28-minute vacation, my friends. When you're ready, we'll bring the palms of the hands together, lift the thumbs to your heart, and make that intention for yourself. Maybe your intention is to let go of the rest of the world for 27 minutes now. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, allow your chin to bow down toward your chest and let your eyes flutter open. Pause for an inhale. Exhale, release the hands to your sides, and inhale, big, reach the arms up to the sky. And on our exhale, big forward fold. So if you've been in yoga with me this week, hang, forward fold. We've been working upward facing plank. So we'll continue that today. It's a little bit different method, a little bit different poses related to it to bring in a bit more power. On our inhale from here, we'll lift the chest halfway. Think about engaging those shoulder blades down the back. Fingers can stay on the ground or come to the shins. So all of the strength is coming right here, right into this point. Shoulder blades down, core pulled in. Take an inhale. On your exhale, a little squat as if you were going to squat down, but then inhale, press all the way up, little arch, look up at the sky, big exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Now this is where you could place your hands on the wall, the chair, or maybe sub lunges and squats, or step back to your plank. Right, so here's our basic plank. Take a few breaths here in basic plank. Think about pressing back through the heels. Pull the crown of the head forward. Elbows are soft. Shoulder blades engage down your back. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. And on the inhale, we'll lift up, just baby cobra. So just the upper part of your back is lifting. And then can you lift your hands up off the mat? So my hands are lifted. Reach, squeeze the shoulder blades together down your back. Squeeze your glutes, but press the tops of the feet into the ground. Take the inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, pressing onto your knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. From here, we'll pedal out our feet a bit. So lift and lower, bending your knees. And so we're alternating a little bit of power with a little bit of break here in the beginning as we warm up the body. Nice. A couple more times. And then let the heels lift, let both knees bend. Shift the chest back towards the quads, really driving your tailbone towards the sky. You feel that strength, but also stretch through the arms. And then hanging on to that, can you start to straighten the knees And can you start to lower the heels? Downward facing dog, gaze back at your toes. Take an inhale. On the exhale, heels lift, knees bend, gaze towards your hands and walk the feet forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we bend the knees and rise all the way up. Taking a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Right back down. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back into your plank. Hold here. Right, it is the month of the plank, so we're definitely adding that into our peace and power today. All right, here's the deal. You're going to hold this plank while I introduce everyone that is in class with us. You can drop to your knees at any time. Welcome, Kelsey, Jamie, Maria. Welcome, Sarah D, Dawn, Allison. Welcome, Lauren, Ellen, Sarah C, Sarah F, Cam, Ann. Welcome, Linda T, Slaka, Amanda, Ami, Leslie, Christine, who's tired yet. Welcome, Aubrey, Natalie, Jen R, Lindsay, and Sharon. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, rise up into your big cobra. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Squeeze the glutes. Take an inhale. And exhale, curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And on our inhale, we'll rise our right leg high to the sky. And on our exhale, step right foot through, bringing right foot to our hands. Press back through your left heel and then let it rotate in about 45 degrees and press all the way over through your pinky toe so that as we rise up, we're in warrior one. So this is different than lunge. So lunge, you can see here, my hip is turned out a little bit. Lunge would be here and my heel would be lifted. Warrior one, the heel turns in, the hip turns out, and we rotate from the navel back forward, finding warrior one. Beautiful, sinking down into that front right foot. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, goal post those arms, pull the elbows back, press the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. So that's what we've been talking about a lot this week. Squeezing those shoulder blades down the back. That's where that strength is going to come from for those plank positions. Squeezing the shoulder blades down the back. Take the inhale and the exhale. Then on our inhale, press the arms up as if you're pressing the earth away. And exhale, lift that left heel as you plant your hands down. Maybe taking a vinyasa through if you like. Right? Or maybe just going right into your downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths there. We are building the heat, the power. Inhale, left leg rises. You know what's coming. Exhale, step it through. Press through your back right heel, then let it turn in. Rising up, warrior one. Sinking down into your front left knee. I want you thinking about pressing into that pinky toe. So if I came here just natural, right, I'm going to be turned at an angle. So I'm pressed through my pinky toe, but I'm going to rotate through my spine to face forward. Take the inhale, exhale, go post those arms. It's not just opening the arms. Feel the difference. Open the arms. Now squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Feel the difference, right? You might even, that change may bring on a little bit of shakiness. Hold for one more breath. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, plant the hands down. Maybe take a vinyasa through if you like, right? This is power, so we can put as many of these in here as we like, but we don't have to. Don't feel like you have to do all of those as we come into downward facing dog. Now this time on our inhale, we'll bend the knees. We'll shift the gaze, we'll step, we'll walk, or maybe we'll take a little hop of the feet forward as we inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, the glutes sink down, arms rise up. Oh, Utkatasana, fierce chair pose. It's also the month of the wall sets. Right? So in this position, think about, is one knee coming forward? You want your knees in alignment. Do you feel like you're pressing more weight into one foot than the other? Right? All that equalness. Then on our inhale, we'll rise up. And on our exhale, we'll big forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back through your plank. We're going to come all the way down to our belly. Sarah, you can come to all fours. Anybody else that is expecting a baby, come to all fours. But if you're good, come on down to the belly. Right? And then we're going to bend our knees. And I'm going to give you the alternative here in just a second, Sarah. And maybe reach back for the tops of our feet and lift up into that bow. Now, I could be doing one side, and that's what you can do in all fours, Sarah. You can do one side. Or you can also, just do opposite spinal extension. Now, if you're on the floor and you did one side, go ahead and do the other. If you did both sides, maybe you're holding a little bit longer, or maybe you release. You're just getting a big chest opening for that upward facing plank. And then release. Curl the toes. Press onto the knees. And back to downward facing dog. All right, power round here. So inhale, the right leg's gonna rise. And as we exhale, we're gonna pull it to our right elbow. And we're gonna hold spider plank right here. Hold for a couple of breaths. Yes, you can, this is the power. And then we're gonna inhale and shoot that right leg back up. And we're gonna exhale it, we're gonna bring it over to the left elbow. And hold power. Yes, you can. And then inhale it up, keep it up, start to open the right hip. So the right hip opens, the right knee bends. Now in this one leg dog, press through both hands, pull the shoulder blades. It's really down our back, right? But it's like up our back because we're upside down. Press the left hip bone under you. We're getting like an awesome stretch in our right hip flexor with a whole lot of strength at the same time. Now holding everything right here, we're just going to shift our weight forward, bringing our shoulders over our arms so that we're more in this plank position. And we're going to let our right foot rock us over into wild thing. All right, this is a little bit like upward facing plank. You can decide if you think this pose is harder or upward facing plank is harder. Nice, take an inhale. On our exhale, this right hand comes down, right leg goes up, and right foot comes down. Back to our downward facing dog. Give yourself a few breaths here to either come down to cat-cow, child's pose, or rock around in your downward facing dog. Just to release any tension that you need to. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog and do that on the other side. So inhale, left leg rises. Great, power up, left knee to left elbow. Hold, 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 hold. Yes, it is the month of the planks here, my friends. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, pull it under to the right elbow, hold. You got it. Inhale, reach it up. This is where we let the left hip come on top of the right. Left knee bends. Now the tendency is to start to push into the right hand. Don't come out of the left arm yet. Press into both. Drive the right hip under the left. Lots of strength, but also a great stretch in the left hip flexor. Then coming forward towards plank, arms over wrist, let the left foot fall us over. Wild thing. Oh, a little shaky. We're almost there, my friends. And then it's all about the peace. Come back over. Left leg up. Left leg down. Downward facing dog, cat, cow, child's pose. Woo, whatever your body needs here for like 60 seconds. Oh, right, that's good stuff. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Who's right here, right now? Who's let the rest of the world go? We get to let the rest of the world go for 16 more minutes. How awesome is that? On our inhale, bend the knees, shift the gaze, walk, step, or float the feet forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, sink down into your chair. From our chair, this time, let's open those arms into goalpost. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Take an inhale. hinge forward. So I'm in this little deadlift position. Y'all can still hear me, right? Everybody can hear me? Good, okay, because I get these weird messages that my speaker changed. From here, take your arms, reach them out in front of you. Just feel that strength in your back. Right, squeeze your glutes. Take an inhale on your exhale, pull those elbows back. Then on our inhale, set back into that chair. Beautiful. Right here, now inhale, rise up. Exhale, big forward fold. Our last vinyasa here, my friends. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. Whew. Take a breath here. Who is sweating? I am sweating. Take one more inhale. On our exhale, we're just going to chaturanga right through. So we're going to come down and through up dog or cobra and right back into our downward facing dog. Now hang out right there for me. I'm going to lower my camera because we're going to be coming down to the ground. I want you to be able to see me really well. So from our downward facing dog, we're going to transition into boat. Now you can come to your knees and come onto your bottom any way you want, or we can practice the jump forward, jump through, crossing our ankles either behind our hands or maybe they slide through, right? Landing on our bottom. Beautiful. Heels onto the ground, hang onto your hamstrings, pull the shoulder blades down the back and hinge. Nice. Now from here, lift your feet. Beautiful. Now maybe let go of your arms. Now maybe point and flex, point and flex. Then hold the point, maybe straighten the knees. That is a gorgeous boat, my friends. Can you raise those arms a little bit higher, biceps towards your ears? Beautiful. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bring those hands. Let your fingers face you. My legs are still lifted. Yeah, lift those legs up. Now, place the feet down on the ground. If you need to turn your hands so they turn out or turn behind you, you can play with that option. But ideally, we let our fingers face us. I will give you a nice wrist stretch after this. We're going to first rise up into bridge, reverse tabletop. So I'm just going to press into my feet and lift my glutes. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Notice as you engage the shoulder blades, the chest lifts a little more. The chest lifts, you can lift the glutes a little more. Now, I promised you on Friday a little more power, right, that we would play with some power of this. So maybe you lift one leg. Hang on, hold on. Now maybe you switch. Lift the other leg. Oh, I'm shaking, my friends. Beautiful, lower it down. Now we're gonna scoop our bottom down and slide it through our hands. And we're in this seated position. Now from here, slide your hands slightly back to your fingertips or just maybe a little bit behind your glutes, not much. Lean into the hands, press the heels into the ground and rise up, upward facing plank here. So I'm pressing into the heels. Pull the shoulder blades together, lift the chest a little bit more. That power, I'm not positive I can do it, but we're gonna try it. Can we lift one leg? Yes, oh my goodness. Switch. This burns, I told you power. Lower it down, release. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, big forward fold. Let out a nice sigh. Amazing, my friends. Breathe. Allow yourself to completely enjoy this forward fold. We are transitioning into peace. Our body's used to moving. It's used to contracting. It's used to the power. It may take you a minute or two here mentally to shift gears. So maybe bring your awareness, your focus into your breath. And work on easing it in the nose and out the nose. Allowing the forehead to fall. And being in the sensation of this position. And then basically staying where we are, just begin to point the feet rather than flex them. If you can reach your feet, you can apply a little pressure with your hands onto the top of the feet. Feel that stretch, that sensation change. Maybe notice, where did the sensation change and where did it still kind of stay the same? And then on our inhale, we'll gently make our way up. Oh, nice. Let's get a little counter stretching to all the hand work that we did. So swinging our feet around behind us, you can come up onto your shins, and we'll take our palms and rotate them up, resting onto the back of our hands. Now I can make this stretch milder by letting my shoulders come forward of my wrist, and I can deepen the stretch as I start to bring the shoulders over the wrist or even behind the wrist. So stop wherever that stretch feels just right to you. And this is a great place to nod your head, shake your head, circle your head. And then from here, we'll release our hands. We're going to come onto our toes and into a forward fold. Now, if you don't like being upside down, you can always take a half lift here, but maybe find a couch or a chair so that you can really, be at peace in the position. And, if I'm holding here half lifted, that feels like some work. But if I'm hanging over a chair, hanging forward, that can feel nice. And so we're just releasing that upward plank position by taking a big forward fold. And then if you want to get a little extra wrist and hand work here, you can take your hands back upside down, palm up where we were just a moment ago, and slide the hand under the feet. Now you could do one at a time based on flexibility. Your knees can be as bent as they need to be. And you can take your toes and you start to give yourself a little massage right into the base of your hand and the wrist. This is a variation of gorilla pose. So gorilla pose would just be in the position. We're adding the little massage. And then I could even kind of, push through the ball of my foot into the ball of my hand. And I could do one leg at a time so that I'm balancing kind of on my left foot as I'm lifting my right heel slightly off, massaging into the bottom of my hand. Right, so can y'all see that a little bit? Maybe we always give ourselves feet massages. Give yourself a hand massage, and then switch. Let your right foot be your balance and use your left foot to massage. Nice. And then we'll release. Release our hands and step back onto our knees. Cross our ankles behind us, come back onto our bottom, and we'll bring it down to the floor. So scoot yourself into a position so that you can roll down. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Big exhale. Feel the tension out. If your hair is like mine and it's in a ponytail and that disturbs you even in the slightest, release it. For the next 5 minutes, 6 minutes, I'm going to cheat you a minute. I want you to think peace. Starting right here in this position, just for a few breaths. If I ask you to think of a place that brings you peace, what is that? Can you go there right now? And it's okay if the scenery changes, right? Because you might have a lot of places that bring you peace. But just allow your mind to come and go to whatever places, people, things bring you peace. And then you can stay here, or you can start to reach for the bottoms of the feet, coming into happy baby. Eyes can be open or closed, but let yourself be where it feels relaxing, peaceful. If your mind tries to wander back to anything that is not peaceful, stop yourself, right? Say, mind, I don't want to go there right now. I'm on vacation. I'm staying right here in my peace bubble. The great thing about our peace bubble is we can visit it anytime we want. It doesn't even require an airline ticket. From here, we'll bring our legs in towards each other. Take your right knee and cross it over your left knee as if you're crossing your legs. Your right hand's going to pull gently in on your left shin, left hand on your right shin as you pull your knees into your chest. You can let that left knee kind of relax, the left leg relax a little bit as you apply a gentle more pressure onto the right calf, kind of pulling it in towards your left armpit. This is pretzel position, upside down, or in yin we call it shoelace. Let release through your right hip. If you don't like this, you can always take an all four stretch. Yeah, and if being on your back at any time is uncomfortable, you can do this seated. So imagine your legs exactly where they are and you're just setting up. And then releasing, we'll just switch that out. Left knee over right. Pulling in on both shins, but letting the right leg just be more relaxed as you bring your attention and awareness into the left. And release. Bring the bottoms of the feet down to the earth. Knees are bent towards the sky. Let the knees fall away. Bottoms of the feet together. And the Supta Baddha Konasana, Reclining Butterfly. Your hands, your arms can go anywhere you like. At your sides, overhead, T position on your belly. Again, this position can be done seated. And it can also be done reclining onto a stack of pillows rather than flat on the back. And just notice your breath. Feel the movement of it. Listen for any sound or lack of sound that you notice with your breath. Feel the temperature as the air comes in and the air comes out. And you still get to be in your peace bubble as you take your legs and you lengthen them out long. And let your arms fall to your sides, coming into Shavasana, resting pose. Again, if lying on your back doesn't work, you could come on your side or child's pose or seated. As we come to the official end of our time together, as always, I invite you to stay here longer. That's the magic thing about our own peace bubble, right? We can stay in it as long as we want. I'll log us out. Thank you so much, my friends, for joining me. The love and light in me honors the love and light in each of you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.